All right, good morning. I wanted to just touch base with everyone as you guys are working through grad applications. I know Dr. Craig is going to have a speaker come in and talk about resumes and applications and all that other good stuff, so that is awesome. I'm just going to cover a couple of topics that have been prevalent this week so I can help you guys figure that out. So as you're working through applications, um, it's going to be very overwhelming. And some of you still don't know what kind of schools you want to attend, and I'm happy to work through that process with you. If you have a list and you want to go over that, I'm happy to do that. ASHA Ed Find obviously is a great place to start looking if you haven't yet. On that dashboard page in ASHA Ed Find, you'll see the GPA um, spread for the last cohort that they admitted. So that's helpful to you to see kind of where you might fit in. You're also looking at number of applicants and the size of their class. You can see maybe how popular school is and how big their classes are, and if that's a good fit for you and what you need academically. Some of the themes have been the bigger schools, sort of like your Division I, like Madison, the U of M in Twin Cities, Purdue, those kinds of schools are going to be research schools. So they're probably going to have a PhD track as well. So you'll also have the PhD candidates in as instructors or TAs, potentially as supervisors, and also regular academic staff. So that's something to consider if that's something that you're interested in. You're also looking for schools that if they require a thesis, which is going to be a research project, and writing, or if they have comprehensive exams, or if they have some sort of other cumulative experience. Obviously, cost is a huge issue. If you're looking for cost when you're in a school site, go to their search bar and just search graduate tuition. And you'll just have to pause a couple times and read through those sites, but they should be able to give you information on tuition. There may be information on reciprocity depending on if you're staying in the Midwest. So those are things to look for. When you're building a resume, this is a grad school resume. It's not like work, so it's going to look a little different. And I think Sherry's going to cover some of those pieces as well. Big pieces to think about would be your academics, so your GPA in major overall, and your graduation date. You're going to talk about maybe any honors or awards. So if you've been on the dean's list or if you've gotten a leadership award, those kinds of pieces can also be listed. You're also going to probably want to include clubs, organizations, volunteer opportunities, and then job pieces. So that's been a question. What do I include? So if you have sort of a related job to the major. So childcare, ABA person, nanny, maybe you work at the Y. Since high school, you should include that. That's a long-term commitment. You've done that for several summers. All is well. The rest of it should be relevant to maybe the last 4 years, 3 to 4 years while you've been in school. So even if you've been, if you've worked retail or if you work service, it's still relevant. Those are all skill sets that you have coming in. They are happy to know those pieces. It won't hurt you in any way. And then if you do belong to national organizations like National NISHLA or something else, you certainly can add that. Again, I think Sherry's going to cover those pieces for you. That application just looks really different than when you'll apply for a job. And then that if you come here, at least you'll get support on what those pieces look like too. So listen to Sherry and what she has to say and make sure you're just asking really good questions. So this is going to take time. This application is not a weekend event. And how you work at it is going to be based on how you study and how you consume and meet deadlines. So if you are typically a procrastinator, you may need to really train yourself to budget some time in every week. I recommend that you enter in all of your academic information by hand. Don't spend the money for them to do it. It's just we haven't had great luck with that. So that takes time. Entering all of your information takes time. So, even if you're budgeting an hour and a half to 2 hours a week to look at your application, to do some inputting, then do that. A reminder that if you have AP classes on your UWSP transcript or another, like if you transferred, put it in that semester of the first semester that you went to college, whether that was here or somewhere else. The AP credits are going to go in that first semester, and those are a CE grade. It's not a grade, letter grade, it's a CE, because that's how it'll show up on your transcript. If you have schools, transfers from other schools, go ahead and get those ordered right away and get those to CIDCAP so they can start verifying that information. I recommend ordering a UWSP transcript as well so they can start making that verification. And then you'll have to order another set after the fall semester for this last set of grades. I know that seems like stupid, but I think it's going to make you feel better, and it'll just give them more time to verify your application and your information. That is the biggest piece that we get hiccups on with students, is that they have ordered transcripts, but they don't come to CIDCAS for some reason. So when you get into that dashboard and you're looking as the time progresses, check for that piece, because that's sometimes that's the one that gets everybody home. And it's not your fault. So again, just plan for this. It's going to take time. But how you prep is how you prep. Your prep for this is not the same as the person in your seat next to you. So this is one of those times where you really have to just stop listening to everybody else. And if you all did yourself a favor and just didn't talk about what everybody else should be doing, I think that will help everyone. Just kind of bring the temperature down. How you work is how you work. That's it fits for you, and your speed at this process is your speed. What I do, or what Hannah Montana does when she gets ready for grad school prep, is how she gets ready for grad school prep. That doesn't mean that you have to be doing that. It doesn't mean you have to be completely stressed out. It doesn't mean you have to be crying every day about grad school applications. That's not what this is about. You do you, and let everybody else do their stuff. And we're not going to freak each other out. This is hard enough. So just like we're supportive, women and men in this program, we're going to support each other. We're going to say, that's great. I hope it's going well for you. Do you need some chocolate? Do you want to get coffee? What are you finding that's a struggle? We're supporting each other. Yes, we're competing, but so are the thousands of other people in this country. So we're all just going to hold hands and, just stay together. It's okay. We're going to get through this. So we're not judging people on how fast or slow they're doing this process, because we're all in it together. High school music. And it's stressful. So let's not add to that. I am happy to talk about anything and everything. If you need to come and see me 40 times, then do that. I'm happy to see you. So there's that. The last thing I want to talk about are letters of recommendation. When you are looking and ready to ask your staff for letters, you do not need to set up a meeting with them. You do not need to write on their board. You don't need to send them a bookings. You can just stop by, knock on their door, make sure that they're there, say, do you have a minute? They'll probably say yes. You can, because if they didn't, their door would be closed, right? You can say, hi, I wanted to stop by and ask, as I get ready for graduate school applications, if you would be willing to write me a positive letter of recommendation. That is the state. That's all you need to ask. You don't need to talk about your weekend. You don't need to ask them, how's your academics? You don't need to do that. They know you're coming. This happens every fall. They know you're coming. So just ask. And then if they say yes, say, thank you so much. I'm going to finish my folder of information, and I will get that to you in the next 2 weeks. And they say, that would be great. And you can let them know that you will put that folder in their mailbox. So in the office where Mrs. Molsky is, right next to my office, around the door is the mailboxes. You can just stick your folder in where their name is, and then that's it. It doesn't need to be a big production. The thing you should make sure that you do at the end of this whole process, like after finals or whatever, is just send them a thank you card. Do you need to buy them gifts? No, you don't. If you feel compelled to do something, then you should, but you shouldn't go crazy. If you feel like you want to get them like a gift card or to a Zest or something, you can, but it is not expected. We do not want gifts. We do not expect gifts. But professionally, a thank you card written by you is a great way to sort of cap that whole piece. So, not ask, thank them, tell them you'll follow up with your folder, and then you can leave it in their mailbox, and that is it. Once they get their email from the entity that they're writing to, they will take care of it. You will be notified, especially if you're in SIDCAS, that that letter has been uploaded, and that is that. So you can send them a reminder, like in December before you leave, if no one has entered in their letter. It's a crazy time of year, but you are also welcome to send an email just to say, Dear Mrs. Reynolds, I wanted to thank you again for writing a letter of recommendation. After we wrap up the semester, this is just a reminder that that application is due January 15th. That's all you need to say. Just say thank you. You don't need to harass me because I will get it done, or everyone else will get it done. But if it makes you feel better to send a reminder, that would be all you need to say. So again, come see me if you have questions. Listen to Sherry when she comes to talk to you. She has great insight. She'll give you some really great information. And I certainly don't want to be in conflict with her. I'm trying to give you pieces that she may not know about. Again, be kind to each other, help each other out. We're not judging anyone, we're supporting. And come see me if you need anything, even if it's just to steal candy or sit for a hot second while you wait for the bathroom. I'm happy to see you. So good luck. You guys are going to be fine. And come see me if you need me. All right. Thank you.